Hello everyone, I'm your English speaking teacher Dylan. This is somewhat of a different setup because today we are doing some more interactive things. Now, I hope you guys learn a lot in today's video. We are going to be telling the time, and I have another video to come after this as well. So without further ado, we're going to get into today's video. Let's learn the time. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to tell you why we use past and to when we talk about the time, as well as quarter and half, as well as o'clock. Now, as you see here, whenever the big hand reaches 12, it is representing o'clock. No matter what, soon as the big hand reaches 12, it represents o'clock. Now, it's a different story. When the little hand hits 12, it represents 12. Okay? From 12 all the way through to 6, we use past. Okay? So for a quick example, here, past. Okay, it is the past. It has not reached 6 yet, so we use past. And we say it's 5 past 12. Okay, we represent the past. Now, when we want to say past 6, okay, anything from 6 through to 12, we use to. In America, I think they use until, but we use to. So for another example, here, it's 25 to 1. So we use to when it's from 6 through to just before 12. And then from 12 to 6, we use past. Okay? Now let me tell you why we use quarter. Quarter is represented in fours. Okay? When we talk about time, we talk about 4 quarters. So for example, from 12 to 3 is 1 quarter. From 3 to 6 is 2 quarters, but we say half past, okay? We say half, okay? We don't say half to, we say half past, okay? And then the 9 represents, okay, 45, it represents the 3rd quarter. And then the 4th quarter is o'clock, okay? So we have 4 different quarters. So we say quarter past, half past, quarter to, and o'clock. Okay? This is why we use the quarters. Okay? Now, what I was just telling you, when the big hand reaches the 6, we always say half past. We don't say half to. We say half past. Or we can say 30. But it's more acceptable to say half past than 30. Okay? So, let's start from the beginning at 12. Here, it's 12 o'clock. Remember to emphasize the v. A lot of people say 12th, 12th, or 12th. Okay? I want you to emphasize the v. 12 o'clock. Okay? Next one. We'll move the big hand to the 1, which represents 5. So we say, it's 5 past 12. It's 5 past 12. It's 5 past 12. Good job. Next one. We move to the 2, which represents the 10-minute mark. Now we say, it's 10 past 12. You see here, the little hand is just after the 12 and the big hand is on the 2, which represents 10. So we say it's 10 past 12. Okay? Now, when the big hand reaches the 3, that is 1 quarter finished. So we use the past because it hasn't reached past 6 yet. Yes? Remember, when it's on 6 and over to 12, we use to. Okay? So, let's go back to 3. And we say, it's quarter past 12. It's quarter past 12. Remember to emphasize the v. Okay? Emphasize the v. Now, let's move on to the next one. We're still on past, okay? Now the 4 represents on the big hand, it represents 20. So we say it's 20 past 12. It's 20 past 12. It's 20 past 12. Excellent. We'll move on to the next one. So now, the 5 represents 25. So we say past once again. Okay? So when it's 30 and above, well, 31 and above, okay, we use 2. Okay? It's 25 past 12. It's 25 past 12. Okay? Perfect. And now we move on to the halfway stage. Now, as you see, not quite, but the little hand is in between the 12 and the 1. Okay? Almost exactly in between. Now, I want you to say this with me at home. The big hand is on 6, which represents 30. And half of 60 is 30. So we say half. Half. Okay? So now we say it's half past 12. It's half past 12. Excellent. Now the next one. It is on 7. So this represents 35. But I'm going to say the 2. And 2, we are 25 minutes until it reaches 12. Okay? So we have 5, 10, 15, 20, 25. 25 minutes until the 12. Okay? Until the o'clock. So what we say is we're saying how many minutes until it reaches the 12. So remember what I said. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25. There's 25 minutes until it reaches the o'clock. So that's what we're going to say. Okay? Now, repeat after me. It's 25 to 1. You see? It's not quite 1 o'clock, but it's 25 minutes to 1 o'clock. Okay? Let's say this again. It's 25 to 1. It's 25 to 1. Excellent. Now, the big hand is on 8. And this represents 5, 10, 15, 20. 20 minutes to o'clock. Okay? So once it reaches o'clock, it will be 1 o'clock. So, how many minutes until 1 o'clock? Let's find out. 5, 10, 15, 20. So this is what we're going to say. It's 20 to 1. It's 20 to 1. Excellent. We'll move on once again. And this is the third quarter. But we don't say third quarter. We don't say third quarter past. No. We don't say that at all. What do we say? We say 2. Okay? So it's actually 15. 5, 10, 15. 15 minutes. And remember what I said. The clock is always made up of 4 quarters. The 4 quarters represents 15 minutes in each one. Okay? So, if it's 15 minutes and 15 minutes to 1, what do we say? Quarter. Yes? So, let's say this at home. It's quarter to 1. It's quarter to 1. Perfect. We'll move on. Now, we are 10 minutes away from o'clock. So what do we say? We say, it's 10 to 1. 5, 10. 10 minutes until 1 o'clock. So we say, it's 10 to 1. It's 10 to 1. We'll move on. Now, when the big hand reaches 11 and it's almost on 1, we don't say 1 o'clock because it's not there yet. We say it when it reaches 12. So, how many minutes away from 1 o'clock is it? 5 minutes. From 11 to 12 is 5 minutes. Okay? So we say, it's 5 to 1. It's 5 to 1. It's 5 to 1. Perfect. And now, when it reaches the full 380 degrees, 360 degrees, it reaches at o'clock. So we say it's 1 o'clock. It's 1 o'clock. Okay? The small hand is on 1. If the small hand was on 2, it would be it's 2 o'clock. 3, it's 3 o'clock. 4, it's 4 o'clock. Okay? Now, let's go through this. I'm going to give you 3 different ones right now, and I want to see if you can guess them at home. Okay? I'm not going to say them. I want you to guess them at home. The first one is this. What is the time? What is this time? Can you tell me, please? Excellent. It's 5 to 3. It's 5 to 3. Remember, 11 to 12, there is 5 minutes. So we say 5 to, 5 to, 5 to 3. Okay? The second one I want you to say at home is this. What is it? The big hand is on the 3. And remember, we don't say 15. There are 4 of these on a clock. And this is one of them. So we say a past 3. Excellent. It's 3:15. It's 3:15. Fantastic. And then the last one, remember, this is very important. I want you to remember this. This is not 3/4 past. No, this is 2, because once again, past 6 to 12 is 2. So it's not quite 4 o'clock yet. So in 15 minutes, it will be 4 o'clock. So 15 minutes represents on a clock. There you go. It's 3:45. It's 3:45. Excellent. Okay, guys, I have been your English speaking teacher, Dylan. I hope you've had fun. I hope you've learned the time today. All the adults as well as the parents, everyone watching this video, I hope you have learned some English. I have been your English speaking teacher. I'll speak to you all later. Bye bye. Put a smile on your face and stay safe.